Hello, everybody. How are you? It's me turns. I'm super dead. Let's get the intro tonight. Oh, hello, the camera. What are you? Hi. What are you doing? Look at my face. Gosh, come on. I'm really sick, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be here tonight, but I figured I'd get on. I really wanted to try building a spaceship, vertical spaceship. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. Just hang out and chill, okay? Just hang out and chill, okay? Space. Let's go. Space engineers. I'll try to mute myself. I'm definitely very congested. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's go to our creative world. Keep the music down, just kind of low. Create stuff. Vertical ship. I thought about this. I've tried it many different times. I had one that was almost successful, but we didn't really engineer enough space for it. So I think what I'm going to do this time is I think I'm going to engineer workings of the ship first, and then, you know, like all the framework, all the corridors, all that crap, and then we'll wrap the exterior. Like, I kind of have the general idea of what I want it to look like. I think, you know, like if we were to take like a round number 9, you know what I mean, a round number 9, like with the curly Q on the bottom, but if you were to cut it off at the bottom and then just put, like, cover up all the rest, it's kind of like the shape that I'd like it to be. Something like that. Kind of teardrop-ish. Yeah. Anyway, go out to space. Go look at the moon. There's a ship already. There's already a UPS truck sitting around here somewhere. Oh. Is my screen on borderless? It kind of can't be. Hold on, I gotta fix that chat. I can't have borderless turned on. Due to the way my screens work. Screen. Okay. Sure turns. Keep the settings. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's miserable. Wow. Hang on for me, okay? Okay, so I can't use my external monitor when I'm running this. Make sure that it doesn't appreciate. There we go. That's wonderful. Well, in that case, I'm just going to keep full screen window on, because that means I can switch between windows without the displays all freaking out. There we go. There we go. Life is good. Okay. So, let's get rid of this guy. Go away. We don't need you. First and foremost, let's build the first block. Carbon fiber. Here we go. Yeah, if you notice me dying, it's definitely, I'm dying over here. Alright. Don't be alarmed. I think I'm gonna be okay. I think I'm gonna pull through. Let's get the center blocks placed first, okay? I think the real question is how wide does the inside need to be? And I don't know that I have that answer, okay? You gotta have room for bedrooms, kind of living quarters, barracks. What do you call them on a ship? I don't know the ship terms. If we ask AI. Okay. I'm going to make kind of an L. Okay, let's put a control panel on it and lock this puppy down before it, let's put a butt on it. Lock it down before it runs away from us. There we go. Isn't that nice? So, this side is the front side, okay? How I'm picturing it is, right, if we're looking at it, imagine we're looking at it from the side, okay? This is going to come down and slope down. This is going to be straight up. And we're going to do a round on the top. So this, if we're saying, let's just say our cabin level is here, okay? Our bridge. Shut up, chat. Okay. Ugh. Don't make me laugh tonight, okay? Don't make me laugh. So we're just building frame just so we can get the general idea. I don't think we need to keep this here. Let's use these as the angle, okay? just to get a feeling. All right, just to get that feeling. Don't be hating. Yes. Yes. Okay, now, hold on. Get these two in place. Let's see what we've done here. Number 7. Yeah, okay, sure. So just we're doing mock-ups at this point, okay? Mock-ups. All right. We gotta clear these bars out. We gotta get some new space. Let's reset here. Get back to basics. All right. All right, shut up, chat. This is a preemptive shut up, chat. Okay. Oh wait, that's not what we want. Never mind. We definitely don't want that. Control seats. We're gonna do this one. Oh my god, I feel like death. Literal death. For this to slope here, right? We can still give it slope here because this could be, it could become that, and then, you know, okay. I'm feeling my way around it, okay? I know this, yeah, I know you're not going to be able to see much there. I get it, chat, okay? I get it. It's just feel me out. I have to be able to understand how we're going to make this work. Right here, this needs to be that. This needs to be that. And do another one. Yeah, if we're gonna look the same here in a minute, so we need to introduce the other slope. Right, like that. And then if we were to hear me out on this, we're gonna go back to the slope. The 2x1, and we're gonna go this way with it. Okay. Now remind you, you're not gonna see this inside stuff, and I'm just trying to understand how I want it to look. Do a regular brick right here. And How hard of an edge do you want at the back? I've already talked about rounded edges, but you can't do rounded edges and the angular ones at the same time because it looks really funky. So we gotta have some sort of angle. So we're gonna use Homie. He's a good one. He's an oldie but a goodie. This guy. Maybe we need to still be bigger than that. I mean, that's super small. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're only talking 5 blocks front to back. Excuse me. Sorry. We need more ship. This is where I ran into problems before, is figuring out how much ship we need. I think we need to go at least one more back. Okay, so if we're gonna do that, do I go up another block? You can't use that. Okay, so what if you go 2 on a slope, then we switch to our, okay, boink, like that. You continue up, or do you make the top flat? Is that dangerous? I mean, we're not trying to battle with this thing. Those look kind of funky. You want most of the weight to be at the bottom, so you're going to continue this out. I think this, just continuing this line, I think that's going to look okay for me. So, let's take a look. Okay. See how this ends. That's right at the back. Now we got to give it a little, we got to give it something. So this is going to need one of these right there. Yeah. And then carry on backwards. So you can add then more this way. Yeah. Be okay. I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. I don't know. I think if you make this too circular, it might look a little funky. But you could go like this and end it. Kind of what I'm thinking. The top, let's carry. Yeah. I had to go and make it a half block, didn't I? Dang it.
Fuel critical.
I don't like getting into half blocks right away. I like them, I like using them after I've got things figured out. Because it kind of creates some design constraints ahead of time. Where I feel like if I did it after, I could account for it and fix it better. Same thing here. Same thing goes here. Well, biscuits. What we could do here, though, is...
energy low.
Let's just take a look at our thrusters, okay? This is going to be a hydrogen boy. If we were to set him in here, let's, do we really need that large of a thruster on the bottom? Our main direction is going to be that way. So what if we do... Where's my fancy ones? There we go. Oh, that's right. These guys, they don't have smooth sides. That kind of... kind of puts a damper on my plans there, doesn't it? I'm just putting that block there for temporary. Get a conveyor in here. Okay, let's just see what this thing is gonna look like. Get this all sorted. Yeah, there we go. Wait a minute. No, no. Yes, there we go. We do one thruster there. I mean, we'd have to do a good 3 thrusters. You gotta do one that goes down. So I'm thinking you do a T-junction. Get some of that, get some of the use of the new stuff. All right. All right, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Let's think about this. When you're looking at the outside, let's use pipes. Okay, let's use pipes. Here we go. We're gonna do this guy. We'll do our first thruster here, just like we did. Then our pipe junction. No.
Energy
Yes. Do they have a T? Oh my goodness. They know me so well. And then we're gonna need a pipe end, like a flange, like that. That's pretty cool. Right? And then this guy over here, we'll do another conveyor. Here, sorter. A pipe junction. Right here, thruster. Give that a shot. Okay. How are we looking? 3 thrusters doesn't seem like a lot. Let's just start with the design and we'll figure it out. Okay, we'll figure it out from there. We're gonna leave these as attachments, right? Because then we could, in theory, we could turn these sideways and pop them down here, or we could do another conveyor pipe junction and do lateral. We could do our lateral thrust off of this too. Maybe we should plan on that first. But I'm trying to build as much in 2D as we can. Okay. I think that gives us enough space to work with thrusters. Man, if this right here was a conveyor. I was trying to think of how we can make the design cool after the fact.
No energy.
No energy? Come on. Aren't we building in creative? It's with survival. With a little bit of survival. There we go. Yeah, happy now? Actually, you know what? Just slap a battery on this puppy. Go sit on it. A nice view. Heck yeah, I made it for Space Engineers. I'm sorry. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming this about. I'm like super dead. Hope you're doing well tonight. I just felt like building a spaceship. Okay. Made it for SE. So we're trying to design a vertical ship. Tried these before and I failed miserably. So yet again, here we are. Okay. Make known, just this is just for ideas. Okay. Just ideas. We're creating the center of the frame. Just to get some thinking. I actually think there should be a 1 block flat in between here and there. See what I'm saying? I think there should be a 1 block flat right here and then go up 1. Yeah. So vertical ship, that's where we're at. Let's get our large thruster kind of situated where we want it to be. You don't have to apologize for needing rest. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Also, I'm not doing pipes right here. I'm not doing conveyors right here. That's going to leave us some air issues. We'll try and figure that out later. I'm just trying to get the idea of where everything needs to go. Okay. How long do we need a vertical ship to be? Let's think about that, okay? You gotta, first of all, you gotta have a way to get in it. So, if this thing lands on the ground, right? Let's say this thing lands on the ground, pachoosh. You need a staircase or something, okay? So imagine there's on one of these two sides, either on this side or on this side, there's a staircase that's gonna go up and down here. All right, we're gonna have to figure that all out. We gotta leave space for that. We've got to put a crew quarters in here somewhere. We've got a bridge. Right, you know, from there, where else? What else do we got to do? Gotta leave space for stuff, right? Jump drive. Are we gonna be able to squeeze it? Not with this much room. So, yeah, it's tough. It's a tough one. Alright, I'm just going to add on here just a smidgen, okay? I don't want it to be a flat on the top, but we'll fix that. So what I'm thinking here is, go one more. Oh, you thing. Go right there. And then let's run our conveyors. I like to keep the weight low. Alright, so if we can make the conveyor system down here, I think it'll be most bestest. Alright, just humor me for a minute here, chat, okay? So let's imagine the thruster is gonna be right there, okay? Hanging off here. This is gonna be our primary. It's gonna be the big boy. Oh my gosh. He's gonna be sitting on the back like that. Now, does it need to be higher? Imagine this ship kind of shaped teardrop-ish. Oh my gosh, I keep turning off my motion on my camera. I gotta not use my hands. Kind of a teardrop shape wrapped over ovular, let's call it ovular, okay? They'll have some roundness on the two sides. That high enough? Does it need to be one more? I think it might need to be one more. The bonus of it being one more would be, move it up. We could put, well, I mean, we could put a hydrogen tank right there on it right now. So that's something. You know what? I like it. I like it where it is. We gotta fix some stuff though. So let's do this. Let's get rid of this stuff. This stinking thing, we're gonna have to redo that part, okay? We're gonna have to redo that. Oh my gosh. Let's revisit that. Okay, we're gonna revisit those part of the thrusters. Let's build this out. And create just a small little frame here for right now. Okay, so we can build. Don't be afraid of throwing some ideas whenever. I like idea. Wait, isn't there a new hydrogen? Oh, there's the industrial hydrogen. I don't know about that.
Critical.
I don't know how I feel about that. Let's not do that. Let's do good old tank sitting here. There we go. We'll do thruster on the back of him. Like so. Alright. Oh my gosh. How am I lagging in single player? Okay, now. I just gotta refresh my memory. It's been a while. Okay. So I can cut these two. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm dying. Really should try for air tightness on this. It's gonna be hard to fix after the fact. I think we have to use conveyors up close like this. Right? So we're gonna shoot for the conveyor right here. Let me make sure I get it how I like it. Okay. Then we can do pipes from here on out, as long as we create our seal somewhere. You know what I mean? I could do a pipe from here. If we do a T-junk, no, we need to do the cross. We're gonna do the cross. We don't have a way to do the laterals if I do that. Yeah, we could. We could go this way with it. Then we could do a cross here. Yeah, we got a way to do it. So let's do a cross here. Okay, we're gonna extend this down one. Give him a nice flange end. On the thruster side, on this side, I like that. It lines up really nice. Wait, where's the pipe end? I don't like that. Let's use the flange, and then let's use the thruster and just see how it butts up against it. But, yeah, that looks good. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. Okay. We're going to do rounded ones right here. We don't need to design all the thruster parts, but not yet. Wait. We said... How did we do that? How did we say we were doing that? We gotta get... We were doing it off this one. So yeah, this is the bottom. Not overcomplicate the bottom. We're gonna go like that. Did I get that right? I did get that right, didn't I? We'll change the color of those later. Don't you worry, chat. Don't you worry. Oh, put pipes in outer space. Okay. Something like that. Or, wait. No. I know, chat. You're like, no, wrong, error. Wait a minute. It can't really have a stagger unless this one has 2 blocks long. You feeling me, chat? You feeling what I'm putting down here? Where's the flange? This guy. And then just a regular pipe. And then... So we're going to say at the end of the ship, it's the longest boy. Right? Like that. Or is that stupid? That's going to leave all of that exposed. Unless we, you know, the back of the ship's got to be longer then. Because we got to have armor come down to here. We've got to have a way to get landing gear down here. You know what I mean? So let's just BS for a second. And just looking.
Fuel critical.
I mean, I guess if you go there, that's not so bad. It would be nice to have this buried a little bit. So, like, let's say we came out to... Oh my gosh, my quotes. Can you believe it? let's say we came out to here, okay, and then across over here. Let's just build this up. I really wanted it to be a straight back, so this guy only connects here. I can't remove that yet. Keep my, you gotta keep my memory up to date here. All right, wait a second. If this goes as just a, let's just do a regular slope to this. So, no, hold down. I gotta move a little bit. No, we're off one. Gotta go up one.
Energy low.
Build away, build away. Go. No. Wait. Let me just put this in place like this. We can fix the inside later. Oh my god, it's ugly. Oh, that reminds me of brownie time. We're gonna have to take a minute out and make a brownie time command or something. This in particular is terrible. This guy isn't attached to anything, and I really need to change it. How can we do that? Let's go like this. Just down the side. And smack it on in there, just like that. There you go. Change that out to that. I don't know. That looks... What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong? Needs some slimming. This and this I don't like. But how to fix? You know what we could do? Let's take this and turn that into nice and snug right around there. Thinking sun. Look at how snug that is around there. Isn't that something? I think that would look okay. Think about add sides to it. Add a little dimension to it. Okay, which we got to get our mirror going anyway, by the way. Let's just add a cross section real quick. Let's say we're that wide. Not very wide. Right? But we're going to be, remember, we're going to be going this way back down, and we're going to be going this way back in. Okay? We're going to be kind of wide in the middle. That's why I'm saying we got to have as much weight at the bottom as we can. Maybe this thruster really should go down one. Maybe the hydrogen tank maybe there shouldn't be this, and it should just be a hydrogen tank. The problem is, then you lose the air tightness here, and you won't gain air tightness again until here. Oh boy. What to do? Let me charge my suit here and we can sit and think about it. Looks kind of fat. It doesn't look at all like I wanted it to. I think the top back needs a flat corner. Kind of a flat corner on the back top. I don't know, because then it's going to look the same as the bottom. so bad at like vertical ships. This is
Fuel critical.
every time I've tried one, I've failed. I'd really like to make one work. You gotta have the skeleton to start. I know. So, and I mean, this is just a rough guesstimate. Like, I don't even think this structure is gonna exist in the end. Like, all of this is probably gonna get replaced with the armor panels, and it's probably gonna be empty on the inside. Like, what's gonna be holding it together on the inside is like the rooms and the staircases and, you know, all the crap that's on the inside. None of this is actually going to be there. The problem is trying to account for all of it. One tank isn't going to do us much. If we could get two, that would be really awesome. Wait, gotta get the Skelly to start. Oh, okay. Well, oh, excuse me. I wasn't arguing with you. I was just saying I'm trying to do the skeleton as minimal as I can because skeleton's not gonna these parts, all of these armor blocks aren't gonna exist. I don't think they're gonna exist, right? I feel like if we extended this to, I mean, the thruster's going to stick out then. What would the harm be in if we stuck the thruster out one more? Okay. I'm responding to you, doubting you end goal too early in the process. Yeah. I think you're, yeah. I'm getting too far ahead of myself. I just cut this part off of the ship. You mother truckers. That's okay. Big deal. No loss. Make sure I'm not about to do some other dumb shit. Okay. Good. Sorry. Sorry for the foulness there. Alright. Let's get these conveyors. I like them having them lined up the same way. And that first one, I did not line up the way I like it, but that's okay. So, what do we say? If we're going to do a tank at the bottom, it's going to go right there. It can't collide with this guy. We know he's not going to exist, actually. I mean, we could chop him off. Yeah. Gotcha. I understood. Totally get it. Totally. Doubting my process. That did not work out right. That didn't move it. No, it did move it. It moved it one. So we're going to be sticking... Yeah, no, that's what we wanted to do. That was our goal. Stick out one more. Right? Where's my industrial? Alright. There. Now we got a thruster sticking out the back. And we can kind of use some half armor blocks. We could use some half armor blocks and shape around it if we want to. We could do... Alright, so we could space save. We could do lateral thrusters off of this guy. And that would clear up room on the entry. So if we were to do... again... We're sticking with conveyors on that first set just so we lock it in. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get the air tightness. Let's just put two... I'm going to put two on sticks right here, just so I can kind of feel that out, alright? Is it really going to be that wide? That's 9 blocks wide. How do we taper off back to nothing? 9 blocks wide. You don't. So if you're going to do thrusters, we've got to do... We'd have to do a thruster here and then start extending them out this way. So like a, you know, like kind of go like this, and maybe you have your wide part up one more. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean, man? I'm gonna use conveyor junctions right now. Why does it keep changing the stinking
Fuel critical.
organization of these? Let's do that one too. We can replace all these later. So let's do our just, all right. I know I'm not using pipes. All right. I'm not going to get that fancy. We're not final. Do something like that. Okay. If we were to look up here, you see, we could probably get away with shaping that out, I think. And then this is your midsection. So you got, you know, kind of a U shape down here going up to that way. Something like that. I don't know how I feel about the pipes yet, but the other thing is it might be easier to just hang them off this back one. I don't know. We got to feel that out. We need to have room. So since I play in a lot of jetpackless planets, we got to have room for an entry on the bottom. Sort of landing gear. Maybe you make it articulated landing gear like on hinges or something. I don't know. We'll have to figure all that out. All kinds of stuff yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. 2 hydrogen tanks, I think that's fine. We're talking about small distance. I think 2 hydros is fine. What do you think this thing weighs? Let's say estimated 600,000 kilograms. 600,000. Okay. We need a cargo container, and this is only 2 blocks high. If we're going to do a cargo container, probably want the mass in line with this. Let's I'm sorry, frame. You gotta go real quick. If I can see this. Am I about to do something stupid? I don't think so. You never can tell, right? It's a little hard. With me, you never can tell. Sometimes I do dumb things. Alright, cargo container. I don't know that we can use the industrial cargo here. Because it only has... Excuse me, I gotta mute real quick. It only has conveyors on 4 of the sides. So if you do it like that, I mean, maybe you don't need conveyor access on the side. I feel like you're leaving yourself open to find out that, oh, well, if I did put that in later, let's use the regular one, okay? This one. Good old classic. That's gonna be, I mean, that's heavier than those, dude. Maybe that's what I should be doing. I should put the cargo container down here. Because when there is going to be cargo in this, it's going to be heavier. I know you think, like, you're probably thinking that doesn't matter. But what if you don't have your landing gear locked and you shut your thrusters off? In gravity, you're more likely to have it stand on the landing gear if the cargo was on this block as opposed to this one. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Turns. It's a good thought process, Turns. Chat. I gotta work through these things sometimes talking. It helps. Is all of this... No, I think it's... I don't think it's gonna break if I delete this guy. Hold on a second. Hold on. I don't think it's gonna. Yeah. All right. Here we go. There we go. Now we got some cargo weight on the bottom. We'll do a hydrogen tank right up here. Yeah. Hydrogen tank right here. Just keep it on the side as usual. Just keep it on the side. We don't have to stand it up tall, right? Maybe you do. Maybe you stand it up tall. Oh. You stand it up tall and...
Fuel critical.
Hold on. I'm thinking, chat. Hold on. I'm thinking. I'm working through it. Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter. I just... thinking. Oh my god, I feel like death. I hope you don't get sick listening to the stream. Where is the widest point? I think that's what we need to figure out. Where's the widest point going to be? Let me put my little cross member thing back in. Because if it's like, if it's going to be like here, I mean, that's 12 plus 3. That's 15 wide if you were to go that wide. It might be a little bit much, wouldn't it? That's 11 wide. Yeah, is that right? This is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 3. Math is hard, but I'm pretty sure that's 11.
Low.
Well, you gotta be wider than those thrusters. So you do 13. Know that that is the right spot for it though. Like, should it, I think maybe it should be one forward. I think maybe this is supposed to go this way. That's 5 total, isn't it? That's 13 wide. Whew. 13, yeah. I guess by the time you shape it, maybe that's not a lot. Well, let's figure it out. Let's draw it out. How do you slope this? Let's do... I'm gonna just start with our 2x1. Figure that out. Okay. Again, nothing's final. Nothing is set in stone. Okay. Dude, this might actually end up right where we want it. Wait, maybe not. Come on. I really don't need to be doing both of these pieces all the time, but I'm one of those people who needs visual aids. Yeah. Even if the, I don't know, you'll see the final product will end up not looking anything like this. But it helps me get started on where I'm going. This is going to end up longer, isn't it? Gosh. Yeah. I mean,
Energy critical.
I don't know, maybe you don't do all this stuff and you just do one large thruster at the bottom. And it's less complex, especially if you're going to do lateral thrusters up here on the side. You know what I mean? Maybe we just get rid of this and just just put a freaking big thruster on it. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe we're overcomplicating it. Okay, yeah. We could even set it in one more if we really needed to. I don't know that we do, though. So if you go there... maybe. Let's just see. Let me keep my little slope going. Okay. Keep that going. I don't want to cover up the thruster all the way. So what we would do here, you know, this is going to end and like we would do something else. Like some other design down here, but the problem is this doesn't align with the cross over here, so we'd have to move the thruster forward one, which might balance out the weight a little bit. Again, that weight's an issue in Space Engineers, but there. And the problem is you have to go a little bit longer on the frame on the front. And we still need to have room for a staircase. Or a ladder. Staircase or a ladder. Don't look into the flat side so much. They'll get some shape. Again, trying to figure that all out. These ones are going to need to be more steep. This is going to need to be like a couple of these. Maybe not early. Maybe you start off with a 2x1. And then switch. At some point. Even if it's like right now. Might be too soon. Let me see. Let me feel it. Let me back up here. Yeah. Gosh, it feels like it feels like we're one too high. It feels like there shouldn't be this flat right here. So, all right. Are these welded onto something? No. One moment. Oh wait, I'm about to do bad things. That one. Where can I stick this? Oh my gosh, it sounds like it's raining outside. It's a miracle. My poor grass. Ooh, sounds like it's really nice. Let's investigate, shall we? Boop, boop, ba-doo. 1 second. Take a moment. We got a spy on the outside. Oh, maybe my camera app isn't going to open. We got a little too much video stuff going on right now. It's just like, nah. Now you're on your own, buddy. Okay. No big deal. Hold on. Well, how are we looking? I mean, Savas, tell me. In your opinion, how terrible is it? These, we can stack different. We can fix this. This guy right here, these can all be one shorter. You're liking it so far? It's kind of fat. It's a little bit fatty. If we can smooth that armor on the sides, that's going to be the real tricky part. this we got to figure out. We still got to figure out how to get entry in here. Like I was saying, I think we're just going to do a little ladder system that just works its way up. Or we could do a shaft. We could do the ladder shaft. That would actually be the most efficient and take up the least amount of room because it's a 1x1. We got to integrate some landing gears. Unless we want to park it on the thruster. I prefer landing gears. Probably magnetic plates or some hinged arms that maybe flip down, kind of like a tripod. Yeah. Or maybe just... Okay, wait. All right, what if our frame part became, let's just say, in the future, our frame part became a landing gear, and let's say it hinged and went down, you know, 1 block-ish above the thruster. I know that's not the greatest idea, having it so close to armor blocks below it, but whoop. I got some ideas there that we got to figure out. But let's build to get it out of the way. Oh, wait a second. With building the ship you have visioned, then carving it out to implement the heart be doable. This is okay. Hold on, 1 second. I think that's where I failed before because I did that. I thought that the way I could do it before was if I built the outside first, I'd be able, but I could never get everything to fit in the inside. And then when I went back to add it, it was just adding layers of, like I basically cut it and I'd extend the middle, but then I just was left with a flat section in the middle. It just didn't look right. So I think this one you have to, I don't know. I think I have to build it components first. I get where you're coming from. Oh my gosh, dude, it sounds like a disaster zone outside. Holy shoot. All right, where are we gonna put a tunnel? Right, we're gonna use the ladder block. Okay, we're gonna do the ladder tunnel. You know, the thing that sucks about these is that well, the scaffold block, no, these are airtight. You want to use the shaft. Giggity. All right, if we replace our frame parts right here and then come down, we could come out right here. So we got to turn mirroring off here for a minute. Oh my gosh, dude. It's going off outside right now. If you see me like fly out of my chair, it's probably not a good thing. Just saying. Just saying. Be on the lookout. I'm not a pro builder by any means, dude. All of mine have been done in survival slowly altered. Now, see, that's where I think you're doing right, because my process in the same thing, like the way I got to the X50 Explorer, right? This one. I don't know if you remember this one. I don't know if you were hanging around when we did this. I've had this ship for probably 7 years. Let's take a look at the Mark IV. Yeah. Let me just show you. This guy was built in creative, okay? Can I just not just rotate him? Thank you. This guy was built in creative, and altered in survival, because like you just can't, you cannot really get a idea. of what you're gonna do, you know, until you're playing in survival, right? So yeah, this is, you know, part ion thrust, part hydrogen, and you know, now I have made more mods since this, you know, like, but what's cool is this guy's got, check this out, he's got an elevator door here, okay, which if this was on the ground, you'd walk up to the door and it would open up and you hop in and boom. All right, also the gravity generator is turned off right now. Let's turn that on real quick just so we can have it. There we go. Ah, there, life's good. So you see, now check this out, how this works. If I crouch, okay, if I were to crouch, the elevator goes down. Ah, and if I stand up, the elevator goes back up. Come on, dude. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay? Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah, we got just a little bit of a hangar back here. Some of this has changed. I haven't even blueprinted the one I've been working on. We got our cargo and, you know, our reactors, tons of batteries, jump drives around here somewhere. And then you come up over here, we've got our airlock. This is all on timers. And then we got some beds. We've got 4 beds, we've got 4 seats, we got an upstairs med bay. It's all in one room, it's not really separated into rooms, there's not a whole lot of space in here. So, and this is 848,000 kilograms. With some stuff on it. Oh yeah, it's got stuff on it. I think it's closer to 720 if I had to get. Actually, you could probably do the math. 212. Where are we at? 848 minus 212 is 620. Closer to 620. So, yeah. And I mean, this was all creative, and then over time, so it started out. Let me show you. Mark 1. We're taking a break from our other ship real quick. Don't worry about it. Let's look up my original one. That's the 2. I don't know that I have anything. I don't know that I have. Oh my gosh, I do. It might be on a. It might be built into. Oh no, here we go. Oh, that's, yeah. It's got a little bit of a platform built onto it, but don't worry about it. This is how it. This is how it started out. External landing gears. Don't worry about the solar panels. They were just. Those weren't final. This was while I was making it. So it started out as this, and it ended up being that. That's 4 generations later, which was multiple years later. And you can see, I mean, even the size changed quite a bit between the two. And this one has its door right here. Okay. So this one had its entry right here. There was no anything underneath. There was no anything underneath of it. You can see when you go inside, it had med bay here, and it had a, you know, a room for a refiner and assembler and all that. And then up here we had our little bridge with some passenger seats and 1 control seat. Not a whole lot going on. So yeah, I mean, this is the original creative, and that's where we ended up with survival, with all the survival upgrades. And you can even see, I mean, like some of this stuff was built in. You see, like on the nacelle, they call them nacelles, right? The side pods. You can see kind of where I went with that idea. And then when the steel beam blocks came out, we changed it out to steel beams, and we kind of went with that. Creative's too boring. I had to change up what I'm doing every hour so I don't burn out. Yeah. This helps me out, and I try to get something working, and then we take the blueprint and we build it in survival, and then we start doing our mods before we start flying it. Or maybe sometimes start flying it first. I don't know. Yep. This one has the hangar on top, And the original didn't have a hangar at all. Pretty crazy. I was able to squeeze all of that in there, and you can see, I mean, it's bigger. The new one's bigger, but not really that much bigger. And we've got all of this additional space on the inside. This one has none of it. And there's nothing missing from this guy. It's pretty crazy. A lot of work went into that to make that happen. It ended up pretty sharp. Yep, I like that. And I mean, these designs, like, there were places I ended up that were dumb. Hold on. The mini freight. I felt like I was going in the right direction with this, and then it just turned into a brick. Like, it turned into a square. This was somewhere after this one and way before this one. And that's when I really started messing with you know, the ramps that moved, you know. And I had this design, and it was stupid because then you can see the ground through it, you know, when you're on it. And that's how I came up with the design for the elevator and stuff like that. So but this is where I really learned how to tier my armor like this in 2 layers and stuff like that. I learned quite a bit about, you know, doing that, breaking up any kind of sections that have a lot of blocks. I learned on that. And then, you know, my pride and joy, the UPS truck, that started out, I don't even have a Mark 1 of it, dude. I don't even have a Mark 1 of it anymore. That's sad. Let's go back to the Mark 3. This guy. Yeah. It's crazy. This guy's another one that went through tons of survival changes. This is my lifter. Like, put whatever you want in it and carry it off of a planet. And it turned into, I mean, that's not even the first one, but that turned into this. I know this isn't going to look too much different, but just this kind of compare. So this one, you can see, I mean, we've changed a little bit of things. We added a little bit of a hood. And, well, if we were to walk around on the inside, you'd see there's quite a few differences. The lighting position changed. We changed out a little bit of the layout on the thrusters. You can see we added some shape and things like that. And the location, again, I play a jetpackless in survival. This was a nightmare trying to get in and out of. And so that got moved to the bottom where the ship's parked on the ground. You jump on the ladder and you climb up and poof, you're inside the spaceship. And you got 2 oxygen tanks, 2 jump drives. This was meant to do like the cargo mission where you're hauling, you're doing the acquisition or whatever. This, you can see there's so many old blocks on this. This was pretty old. Like this one's pretty ancient. But it did have the this was more recent, this block. So it does have some newer stuff. And then it's got a bed way up here where you got to jump to get to it, but that's your sleeping quarters. And yeah, I mean, yeah, these are my survival ships. They're not pretty, but like, yeah, these are my go-tos. I love these ones. So anyway, let me show you the inside of the first one. The door's on the back. Okay. It didn't even have room for the ore detector, so the ore detector's sitting there on the back. Nothing real fancy on the inside. We got 3 tanks. The other one only has 2. Okay. At some point they changed hydrogen fueling and hydrogen tanks got a little bit more use. So I was able to delete a tank. And that's where the other one has, you know, jump drives and stuff. This guy's got one, I think. Yeah, one big boy. And then you move up here and you've got your one seat. No bed. It's got 2 cryos down here, I think. Maybe just one. It's got just one. So it's all of this area isn't airtight. Only this room up here is airtight, and then it's got a cryo. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, survival. I do most of the stuff in survival. The original ones, you know, they start out in. Oh my gosh, it looks like a parking lot out here. The original ones all came from creative, and then they kind of go from there. All right, we got some of these out of the way. Let's see here. So the original is definitely government approved. Yeah, you're right. Save money at all costs. A lot of the stuff I build is meant to be survival cheap. I don't really go like the Cadillac of builds on a lot of stuff. Let's see. My mule is pretty cool. I'll tell you that much. That's my little rover. I love that thing. My lobster I love, but that's also cheap. My stinger's really cheap. Hold on. X50. I usually just blueprint all my bases and stuff like this. Oh, my foosball table. I've got a foosball table, by the way. A working foosball table. Pretty cool. Okay. My mole miner. More of my rovers. Some warheads. I have way more crap than this, dude. But they all don't always get names. These are all, you know, some of these are all the integrated, the built-in ones. I don't know. We'll have to look through stuff sometime and figure out what I've got. Not mine, not mine. There's my Brock Lobster. That turned into the Rock Lobster. That's the original version. This guy right here is the original, my original vertical miner. And that thing is absolute garbage compared to my most recent one. It's still pretty good, but it's garbage compared to my other one. All right, basket hand. I gotta focus. I gotta dial in. Oh my god, I turned off my motion again. Gotta dial in. All right, back to work. I think this is going to be set back 1 block. I mean, we moved it. We moved it twice, didn't we? Let's mock up something here real quick, okay? Mock up, where are we at? Right here. How sharp do you go? I think pretty sharp. On the back side of this, I think pretty sharp. Go like that. Just for right now, we're going to make it straight. All the way straight. What have I done? Okay. Hold on. I gotta investigate. I mean, let me get rid of this HUD. It's killing me, man. I don't know. I think the thrusters you gotta move back in. So if we were to take these thrusters in, boom, that goes in 1. And he can get conveyored because the conveyor is right there. Let's fix these. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Okay. Don't hate me, chat. Let's just do this. Take care of this. There we go. Something like that, maybe. I like where we're going with it. We got some progress that we're making here. And then we'll do conveyors up to the top right here. That'll be just this could be O2 generators up top to a little thruster pod at the way top. We don't really need too many brakes, so maybe we do just a bank of thrusters right here on this end of this guy.
Energy low.
I feel like if we were gonna slow down this curve somewhere, I feel like if we did it in the middle, it might be best. So if we went and we took a slope like, nah, that's gonna look super bad. This would look worse. That's gonna be really sharp. I'm doing this wrong. One second. Steep and then not steep, huh? Oh no, man. That's gonna look rough. Coming off of it like that. Just, let's play. Let's find out. We don't know until we try it. Trust the process. Trust the process. What did I do? I thought I deleted something wrong. Take a look real quick. I mean, that's kind of... Oh, what happened there? How did that... How did... Wait a minute. What if... no one's ever going to see this. It shouldn't matter, because no one's ever going to see that. I'm just saying. That helps give us an idea. I mean, is that too... No. It actually kind of looks... How does that wrap? Okay, how do you wrap armor from here down to here? Okay, thinning it down.
Energy critical.
Let's just feel that out for a second. Just think about that. And then, what do you do here? Do you go like an L shape with it, or do you just cut at an angle with armor down to here? I think we have enough room here. We've got, so let's think about this real quick. Now, we don't have a jump drive yet, but we've got room for it. We've got our 2 hydrogen tanks. We've got a cargo container. That's the big ones for the jump drive. It would be really cool if we could get a hangar in this thing, but I mean, it's tiny. It's a pretty tiny ship. When it boils down to it, it's going to be a pretty tiny ship, right? Is 3 lateral thrusters enough? Yeah, for right now, yeah. Let's start working this armor, okay? I think We have the general dimensions. Let's start building. Let's build this top part out. First of all, how do we change this triangular shape? We got to figure out the front end here. I think this needs a flat. I think you got to go one flat right.
No energy.
Did I just cut this off? Oh, thank God I didn't. Hang on. I think you got to go one flat on the front. Give it something. Like right now, it's got like underbite. It's like ooh. You see what I'm saying? I think you have to have. I think you got to have at least one flat. Let my dude charge so I can get my headlight back. Okay. So if this becomes a flat, all right, we're gonna have to redo a little bit of this. Let's say you go like this. Uh-oh. Okay, we're still connected. We're good. Don't worry about it. Mind chat, we're good. No raging yet. No raging yet. Probably save though before I start doing all this goofiness. Especially like this. Let's just save real quick, okay? There's life pro tip right there. Just save. How did I do this wrong? How? Oh. Wait a minute. That's not right either. What have I done? Alright. Hold on. Put a block here. Am I going about this the right way? Or am I going crazy? I think it's okay. I think it's okay. This guy is mounted here and here. It's all okay. We're good. We're good. We've got to build that slope in. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to build it in so it looks similar. So it works similar to how it works on the back. Maybe that'll offer us like a little bit of symmetry. So like let's cut. Oh, am I doing the right thing? You really got to think about it, don't you? It's like doing the right stuff here. So in the case of these, the one block in the center, and that doesn't really matter here too much. Let's take one block, go down one more. No. Nope, that's wrong. We're gonna be one block in front. So it's gonna be this one. It's gonna be going that way. Wait. Doesn't seem right, does it? Ramping away from center. Wow. This. Yeah. Yep. All right. It took me a second to get caught up there on what the hell I'm doing. Figure this out. See, that is gonna make it look way too much like a fatty. Bear with me for a second. If we go this way. It's not right either. It ain't right. Let's do two. Gosh, I'd like it to kind of match where we're going with the side. Do No, man. I gotta go down one more and see. This, I think, it's eventually becoming too much. I mean, maybe the straight edge is fine. I don't know. I got an idea. All right, what if we, that would cut that off. All right, we got to back up here just for a second, okay? Don't hate me. Hate me, chat. That doesn't work either. It could work, though. Excuse me. If you went right here, and then you said, make this piece. And then, yeah, like we talked about, so before you got on Sabas, we talked about making it kind of a 9 shape. And I think maybe you could do that and you tuck it back in. I don't know. So if we go back to our slope, our 1 by 2, 2 by 1, and then carry on from there. I really gotta turn mirroring off so I can see. Yeah, hold on. I gotta be able to see the whole side of it. Whole enchiladas. See, that kind of, it gives it a little bit of a top. See where I'm going with that? It gives it a little bit of a top where the bridge is. Oh, wrong way. Go this way and then like that. How about this? Is this government approved? What do you think? All right, hang on. Let's do a square here, and then we shape it in again. Yeah, I think you do. Well, you got to be able to fold this side in. That's just going to need some time. That's just going to need some work. This is going to end up 1 shy. So no, you got to use 2s here. But you can go like that. It'd be really nice to break that up. Hold on. Right, let's just let's use our method before. I think that's just gonna end it early, yeah. One moment, please. Looks good. This is shorter. This is 1 block shorter than we really want to be. I like the shape. I like the shape. As long as we can find a way to make it not too crazy round. Actually, you know, the front could be kind of round. And then the back, I want, you know, to have a pretty decent drop off. So we can do some roundness up here. But I want it to look, you know, kind of thin. This doesn't look right here. These 2 sides not lining up. I like how this has got a little bit of a curve at the bottom. The one thing we need to think about is how we do that tunnel. I think we have to build that into place right now. I think we got to build it into place and figure out how it works. Word scramble. Oh, let's take a second. Let's take a second and play a word scramble. I could use one. I might actually go get a drink. I'm getting kind of hoarse. I want to play the scramble first. Do I get to play? Oh yeah, I'm already logged in. I already get to play. I don't have to join. Oh, here it comes. Oh, come on. Seriously? I let him. I paused. You're welcome. Good game. Excuse me. Okay, back to it. Can we get a harder word than that? So, I like this. I like this shape right here. I like this. You let me as I typed it as soon as it popped up. Yeah, I think my chat bot, I get to see the messages before it actually submits them to YouTube. So, yeah, it's kind of cheating a little bit. What I should do, all right, what I should do is, I know, delay. I should look in the video window and do it based on what's happening on the video stream. I like how this ends, so I think let's first and foremost, well, a tunnel has to fit here. So this is never going to be 3 blocks, or it's never going to be 5 blocks wide. It's got to be 7. Okay. We're going to do a tunnel right here on this one side. Let's take this, make sure it's good first. Let's take this off. Right there. Ernest is cheating. I don't cheat. I'm not cheating. I'm surprised Torda's not here for this. No, I'm not. It's pretty early his time. Okay. Ladders. Alright. Now. Paramount that you get the ladder in there the right way so you can get air tightness. Kind of interesting trying to figure it out too. Yeah. See? So, one side, you can see one side of the ladder shaft is open. Okay? So you got to put that side on a block that you know is airtight.
Energy low.
We know that that's airtight. Boom. So we're going there. Did I just mirror this? I did. Shit. Hold on. Turn off mirroring. I'm doing these the right way, right? I go that way. I guess we don't necessarily need air tightness. So confused. Hold on. Did I do that backwards? Okay, it's nah. I did it upside down. I didn't do it backwards, I did it upside down. It's supposed to be that way. There we go. So the real question is, let's say your ground level's down here. Are you going to be able to reach this? The answer is yes. All right. But if we say we're 3 blocks lower, let's just say we're down here. It's way more than 3 blocks. How far is 3 blocks down? Say right here. 1, 2, 3. What the heck was that? Weird sounds happening over here, man. Hold on. I gotta understand. I gotta understand what's going on here. How far up can we reach? Not really that far. Well, wait a second, I'm kind of doing this all wrong, because let's say we end it there. Yeah, you can't reach that high. Put a vault door there on the end of the shaft? Yeah, that's a good idea. I think if we end it here, okay, listen. If We end it here. When we go and park the ship, it's gonna,
Energy critical.
whatever we park it up against is gonna damage stuff. We gotta keep that in mind. We're gonna have to engineer our way around that one. Okay. So if this is the end, let's kind of shoot. This guy can't build that right now because we've got to put in some blocks here to kind of emulate our ladder shaft. Let's end here. All right, we're going to try and emulate this over here, but we're going to have to rebuild that one too. We're going to go this. And we're going to go this. Then we're going to go the tiny bro. No, not on the sides. We want the sides to be thin. We want the sides to be thinned. But this is fine. We could, yeah, it's fine. It'll be okay. So if we go like that, and then take these up.
No energy.
Oh my god, I'm out of energy again already? Dude, how many times have I filled that stinking thing? Alright. Hold on. Let's go sit in the chair for a minute. Up in it, trying to get an idea of what we got to do. It's going to end up looking thicker than we really want it to because of that ladder shaft. What do we do? I mean, what we could do would be we could put the ladder shaft in the front. But then you're going to lose some of the slope, some of that definition on that front line. You know what I mean? Like, what we've got here and what we have here down to here, we would lose because the ladder would have to be in front of this tank going down. Okay, wait a second. If the ladder shaft was, I'm going to place blocks right here just so you can see. So if the ladder shaft was here, on the center line though, okay, if the ladder shaft was there, I just turned on mirror. Shoot, hang on a second. Let me make this easier on myself. The ladder shaft goes down to here. And then a secondary ladder shaft goes down to here. On the center line though. Oh my god, I didn't turn off mirroring. Shut up, chat. Do you see what I'm saying? So let's say you're standing on the ground, you walk up, you go up a ladder, okay? Up to this block right here. Then you go forward, then you walk up another ladder, and that gets you into the bowels of the ship. Maybe that's how you do it. And then you don't have to do ladders again, right? You could do staircases. But we do have to rebuild. We would have to redesign the ship for it. I think that might work better. Right? I mean, you think we're creating asymmetry by doing this right here, right? Because these blocks are not equal to these blocks, right? No, it doesn't really matter. What's he saying? Have a foot, half block lower and behind the thruster. So, foot block, yeah. For the landing, yeah. Okay. Let's do something. All right, we're gonna. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my shape. No, it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna lose this. Not a big deal. We're gonna delete these. Not a big deal. Please tell me that you're connected to something. Yes, okay. So, let's delete these. And these three. Alright. One of those landing boot things, yeah? Okay. I'll think about it. I see what you're saying. Like, if you were to just go with a landing boot. I think I might, for this one, I think I might want to build my own thing. Well, I'd like the idea. If we did a large mag plate, you could do something like that too. That looks like that. I don't know if you've seen that or not. And then this is the little tiny magnetic plate, which is what I plan on using on a hinged arm. I don't know yet. I don't know if that's where we're going to end up yet or not. Let's do this. Let's do this real quick, okay? Let me fix something. Is it okay to remove this? I think so. I'm not seeing that. It's cooler. Yeah, they finally got rid of the little landing gears. You don't even need those anymore. You just, all you do is you put, you can take this magnetic plate, you see, boom. That's your landing gear right there. That's all you need. So it's pretty cool. Let me get rid of this little thing. I don't need that right now. Alright, back to task at hand. I feel like I'm backwards. I am backwards. I was a little discombobulated there. The ladder system. Right. Let's make sure we get this right, okay? So how this works, we need the grate on this side of it. Let's turn off the mirror. Yeah. The grate's going on that side. And the opening is on this side. There we go. And then for this one, we're gonna turn it around so it's easier to access. I go one more. Yeah, probably turns. No. Gosh, we gotta cover all of that. It's not right. Okay, so what we've got here, okay, hear me out on this. This becomes a walkway, all right? Let me show you. They have added so many passage blocks that your head is just gonna absolutely spin when you see how many passages they have. We're gonna do passage 3. Yeah, you know what? Passage with... Here, the windowed passage. There it is. Do that. Okay. This is going to be a ladder block. Make sure I'm not about to do something stupid. Should have saved first, probably. Let's go back, get our ladders. Okay, so you need the platform end on the bottom on this. Airtight side there. Going up. It's not airtight. Oh, this sucks. It's okay. Airtightness in the ladder, is that really a big deal? I think so. I think it is. Okay, and then for our top one, we gotta make sure the metal is on this side so you can walk in and not fall to your death. That is how we're getting into the spaceship. All right, let's give it a let's just give it a test, okay? We'll test-a-roo, okay? You walk up the ladder. Oh my gosh. Longer than I thought it was. Okay, now you're in your little passageway. Okay. Got a little window to the outside world. Will it be something? Maybe. Maybe not. Then we've got our next ladder. Now, fun fact about ladders. If you space while you're walking up them, you can kind of skip. Just FYI. Alright. And then we're at the top. Oh my gosh, we don't need this last one. It ran us all the way up to the top when we should have came out. Figure that out. We'll figure that part out. Let's see. Let's just put a passage block here just so we have something to give us an idea of where we're going. Not gonna look good. So what we're gonna do in this case is let's do a passage 3 with a light. No, because a light, you don't really want a light on the floor. We'll do a passage 3 turned upside down, and then a passage 3 light turned right side up. They don't really line up, but that'll be airtight. And then another passage 3 upside down, like that. Oh wait, how did we do that? How did we, are we on the right level of the ship, what we're calling the bottom? We'll have to figure that part out. We might, at this point, we might be in airtight land. We might be building our, maybe we're building our, airlock in here. You know? We'll have to think about that. So, but I think we can work around this. Let's take this shape, okay, right here. Figure this out. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. If we go, all right, how do we get that shape back? Hold on. We go like that. And then on this guy, we go like, and we build from here like that. On this side, do the same. Where are you? There it is. Oh, that's not right. That's not, no. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's play with it. Actually, maybe. Oh. I see it now. Hold on. You just hold on to your horses, buddy. Right there. Like that. Kind of tubby, isn't it? Let's try something else. Take this up nice and slim. And then right here, this is going to become a block, a cube. And then, yeah. Forgo that. This becomes a that. I mean, I guess you could make that a flat if you really wanted to. Like you could keep this, you could keep a flat front like that. Not the worst design in the world. Excuse me, designing armor around half blocks is kind of a pain in the hookus, but
Energy
maybe.
low.
Seriously, we're out of energy again already. F6 save, or is it F5? Oh, definitely not F5. Let's save right there. There you go. I don't know. Is it too heavy? Is it too heavy looking? The other thing that might make it less heavy looking is if we took this and did this, and then we did our that guy, and then we did our that guy. It kind of gives it like a nah, not feeling that, man. If you keep this, oh shoot, no. If you keep this flat, and then angle it using that. No, that's not right either, man. That's too boxy. Tough one. This is a tough one. This is like one of those where this almost comes back in so fast. Like you almost have to redo that top part. Really want to do that either. The boss comes back and says, I liked it the way you had it, and you went and ruined it. I think I liked it better the way I had it too. Okay, wait a second. I mean, I guess if we're going to keep it flat, we do it right there. And then right here. What do we do? What do we do? Gosh, it doesn't, looks like it comes out, like it looks like we shaped it to fit the insides. Well, the 45, I mean, that gets us that. That gets us more of the, I didn't shape this to fit the insides. And it still covers up a little bit of this. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get, that frame. I think we're in a good spot. So now, how do we get these sides looking nice and thin? So we want thrusters. I got it. Let's put in our half edge right here. Okay. Then if we were to, I don't want to. Do I want to slope it back in? Yeah, I think I might want to do. Oh my gosh, I'm doing this without mirror on. Okay, let's try that again. Gotta make sure my sides are lined up. So if we go like that, then we take a number. Okay. He's going right there. Wait. How is that not? Oh boy. Nah, that's not what I want to do. Hold on. That might. Oh, that's really steep. That really cuts off fast. Nah, that is not it. We got to come all the way down here. Only going to get us like one block longer. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? Oh, it was a hydrogen tank. Okay. Goodness. Shut up, chat. I don't want to hear it. Freaking noob. I know, right? Alright. We gotta build from the bottom up on this one. Okay. Here's how we're gonna roll on this one. Let's build 2 sticks down like this, okay? Because we have to have it, we kind of have to have it line up at the same end as that guy to get something to work. So, we're saying it can be this thin though. We want these blocks right here to be, this is where it's really hard because you can try to build backwards, right? So like, let's take these 2 off. Let's start with these 2. Okay. I mean, this side did not come out. Hold on. That's crazy thin at the bottom, right? Is that too thin? Does it need, do we need more meat at the bottom of the ship? Should these cover the down? Should this cover the side? I think yes. I think it's okay to have the front exposed a little bit. And then this cover down the sides. Or do you try and line it up? Well, the way it lines up with these shapes, close it in. Okay, I don't know that I want to close it in on the front though. But let's, you can see right now the shapes line up where they're at. You can see you got this guy and this guy, that guy and that guy. I'm just saying. Let's take that down 1 more block. And then we're going to go that, and we'll go. Okay. So, how do we get? Let's just, all right. Let's figure out how we get from here to there, from A to B. Okay. I'm blowing your mind right now. Don't worry, I'm blowing my own mind right now too. Oh man, these don't line up with this. So these shapes, we're gonna replace that with needs to be a triangle. No, it needs to be, it's in somewhere else. Where's my, it's here somewhere. Hold on a second. I know exactly what I need. I know what I need, chat. You don't know what I need. I know what I need. So there's our hatch. Oh, this is, I mean, we're starting to take off a little bit, right? Oh my god, sorry, I didn't mute. Oh. Okay. Damn, we're kind of going places. We're kind of going places. let's figure out how we are doing this part, okay? Assume that there's going to be some sort of, I mean, we've got more gear we can fit in here, right? But right now, let's take this and go make a structure right here just so we can figure out what the hell we're doing. So I like having my rear thrusters exploded. Shut up, chat. I like having it exposed a little bit. I don't know that I don't know that we could do anything with a half block. So, oh shit. What did I do? Hold on. If we were to do that, okay, if we were to go like this, I mean, I could leave it half exposed like that, maybe. And then do the same, well, if I'm going to do the same here, well, maybe, let's just try it and just see what it looks like if I go half on the back. Having the little rear of it exposed, just a smidgen. All right. Just a bit, not like a crazy amount. All right, just like that. I don't know. I think that this part has to line up for the look. For getting the look that we want, I think this part has to line up. If we're gonna do that, we can't just be like, oh yeah, go up here with it. So I think we're on the right path with it right now. And it's, I mean, it's still a little exposed. It's not exposed. I think we have to keep that uniform. So I think we have to go all the way with this. And then we can triangle that out. Remember, chat, if you're living in a world of amazement, so am I. Oh, they say, turns, you're so good at building. You're supreme. Ish. What's our base shape look like from the bottom? It's really hard to tell. Damn that sun. Oh my gosh, get out of here. Really hard to tell. Too round. It sure is, turns. Don't worry, chap, because we were gonna do this anyway. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make a little bit of a fakeness to it. All right, check this out. All right, you go like that, go like this. Give it some pointies on the front, some pointy bits. Then you got your little flushed out edge. Okay. All right, you see it? You guys are like, oh dang, this ship's gonna look like $1 million. Okay, hold on a second. So you're going like that, going like this. Wait a minute. I'm confused. What happened? What happened? Here we go. Ooh. How do we keep that flushness going? How do we keep that ridge that turns classic ridge back? Not gonna lie.
Energy critical.
Not easy sometimes. We'll figure it out. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Concentrate in chat. Oh, it gets really thick right there. Shoot, man. I mean, do I just keep that shape or do I integrate a ridge right there and just say, screw it, that's your new home. And then from there, I go and say, screw it. Yeah, but that doesn't line up right either. Working on a chat. I mean, it doesn't have to line up. That looks kind of sick. Oh, wait a second. We ran out of power. Hold on. It's kind of tiered on multiple levels. Look at that. Like a serrated knife. The bottom doesn't quite match, but we can work that into it. I am gonna say we might have to work it into it on another night. Yeah, so if I tier it, we're tiering it on two different directions here. If you think about it, we're tiering it this way, you know, and then we're also doing it this way. I think that's pretty cool. What do you think, Sebas? Let me know. So if we were gonna tier this, we do a regular triangle, right? Yeah, that's not gonna be airtight though, but I don't think it doesn't matter. If you end here, you don't need any of the dangly bits. But you're losing your tier on the side. So maybe this one ends not like that. Look at Sharp. I'm sure it'll get reworked. I know, dude. It will. I think I'm gonna end this on a triangle for right now, until we figure out what we want to do. Right? I'm gonna end that like that. That's not this. Let's keep that way for right now, okay? Keep that way for right now. I really like that shape. This feels like it's missing a little something. And I think I know what it is. I think what we need to do here is get rid of that block and replace it with Old Boy. Get my mirror off so I can see what the hell I'm doing. I think that helps. Yeah, it's not really identical to what's happening, is it? A tough one, man. It's a really tough one. Maybe I want to keep that flat. No. I mean, the other option would be billet. That way, and just keep that. Yes. Yeah. I really liked the stagger look right there on that end. What if we do this one? It looks... No. If it's going to be one, it's going to be the half. This feels wrong. It feels wrong to me. Doesn't feel right either. No, man. You know, take this down. It's just, Doesn't look right either. Yeah, this gap right here. That gap is just too much. Needs to be like that. That's fine. We'll figure out something to do with these triangles at the bottom here. Those aren't right. Like, that ain't right. We're mirroring on real quick and let's just poke. One of these goofy ones, maybe we'll do it. Gotta figure out which one. Looking for like a corner type triangle. This is where I get a little lost. Trying to find stuff like this and just how do you kind of make it end? Keep your shape. Looks aggressive. Got to think about hard points. If we're going to make it aggressive, they're all the same, aren't they? Dude, where is my, not that, where's my other rotate? Right there. That would be perfect if it didn't have that corner. I'm not seeing, there's nothing here that's, yeah, see, that one would be perfect if it didn't have that corner. Let's look at triangles. See, these have the corner. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Hold on. We have something for this. Man, I don't know that I like that either. You do get the shape though. You get that recessed shape on the front. Maybe that is pretty good. It would be nice if it trimmed into the body right here. You know what I'm saying? Like if this point was there and that point was down here, it'd be pretty cool. Only thing is then you'd lose this ridge. I think I'm okay with that. I think we can go with that. We're good. Carry on. Excuse me. I think this is where I'm gonna end for tonight. We are gonna build this out. So maybe not Saturday, maybe Monday. But we are gonna come back to this and build this out. I know, like, that was 2 hours to get this far. I'm sure other people could build that a lot faster, but you gotta bear with me. You know what I mean? Still not sold on this little ridge right here. It does look cool though, doesn't it? It looks kind of cool like that. Staggered like that. We got to see how that's going to play into this side. Okay. We're trying to keep it this thin. All right. So we're just going to wrap this as tight as we can onto the sides, front to back. So it's going to go out, back in. All right. Yeah, I think maybe that's how we're going to do this. We're going to build one section at the time. I don't think we keep going and building up here. I think we figure out, I think we've got this normal shape. That's going to be our signature look for the front, right? Something like this all the way up. I think what we need to do is take and figure out this bottom section first, and then we figure out where our cross section is. I actually think it's where the conveyors are. I don't think it's up here. I think it's where the conveyors are. I feel like we're gonna have two, because you can see we got one and then we slope down and then we've got this other one. So I think that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to finish at this point. We're going to be trying to finish the side and this up to right here on the whole ship. And I think it's going to start falling into place. It's just a matter of figuring out how we got to do this back. But I don't know. We made it pretty far. And this gives a really good sense of the direction we want to go with how it's going to look. I think we're onto something here. So, landing gear are going to be interesting. I think you're right, Savas, that we're going to have to do something back here. I don't know that I want it exposed, so we'll have to play around. The other option would be something flippy, or squaring off one of these blocks and putting a magnetic plate there and just being done with it. We'll have to figure it out though. Connectors. I think if we were going to do a connector on this, it would be right here. So it would be right here. Well, wait a second. You got your ladder there. You got a thruster on that side. Maybe it comes out over here. Boom. And maybe you got a connector up here on a piston that extends out. I don't know. We're going to have to figure out how to connector it. We still got to figure out, you know, what's going on the inside. If this is an Explorer, I usually like there to be a refiner, an assembler, and some survival. So we still got a lot to work out, but I think we've got enough room for everything. How many blocks did we build tonight? 196. That's it. 196. Not a whole lot. The other ship that I showed off earlier, the red ship, that's like 790. By the time this is finished, this might actually be more blocks. Like, it might not be as big, but it's gonna have a lot of stuff. Good times. Devas, I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out and doing some ship. Game is already saved. Yay. That's it. That's it for me. I need to go get some rest. Hopefully I'll feel better soon. Thank you so much for hanging out though, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you to all the subbies. I missed you tonight. Hopefully I'll be back Saturday. Hopefully this is gone. Yeah. Good night to everybody. GG's. Have a great rest. I appreciate it too. Good night. I'm out of here. See you guys. Bye-bye. Bye. No credits again. Oh, there they are. Good. Thanks for nothing, chat. Love it when a plan comes together. That was pretty good.